Here comes a mighty warrior!
俺は弟のように甘くはない。一人残らず根絶やしにしてくれる。
What is going on, everyone? It's Super here, and surprise, surprise, we actually got a glimpse of Cooler at EVO. Wow, that was a big shocker. I actually did not plan to do any reaction video. It would have been cool to do one for not only like the little bit of gameplay and the dramatic finish for Goku and Vegeta, because as a Dragon Ball fan, the way they like put all that together, it was so fucking cool. And I can't wait to see the full dramatic finish. I wonder if you're going to be able to reverse it like Yamcha can with the Cybermen and Nappa. That would be really cool if like they have a scenario where Vegeta actually wins. But the big thing, the big reveal was Cooler. I cannot believe they actually showed off Cooler, because he's going to be paired up with 17. And he's not going to be out probably for another like 2 months, because in a couple days, Goku and Vegeta will come out. And as soon as I saw that text saying, I will be sure to exterminate you, every last one of you. Before that, it was, I think it's, I'm not short-sighted like my brother. And I was like, oh shit, they're actually showing Cooler. It was going to be either 17 or Cooler. And I'm very happy they showed Cooler first. I have love for 17, don't get me wrong, but God damn, Cooler is awesome. Like one of the best designs of any character, especially with his final form. So I kind of wanted to go over his gameplay a little bit. Of course, with these like short trailers, there's not much to go by, but we could actually see a couple of moves that he has. And one thing that's already gonna hurt him, even though you know it's rightfully so, that he's a huge character. Of course, he's not as big as Broly. He kind of looks a little bit shorter than Android 16. I don't know how, maybe like cell tallness or cell like size as far as height, but regardless, he's a tall character. So one thing that hurts tall characters is a lot of things that don't work on every character works on the tall characters, like different combo extensions that only work on big body characters. And you got to deal with the instant overhead mix-ups and just the you know, the tower down. It's a lot easier to do on the big characters, so that's already hurting him, but rightfully so. You know, he looks awesome as a huge giant hulking character. So let's go into it here. First thing we see, of course, is the auto combo. Again, another one of those scenarios where they put really cool looking moves like Frieza's telekinesis grab and make them only be able to be used as the third hit of the auto combo, which makes me really sad. But moving on here, we get to see that he has a ground pound, which is going to be interesting. I wonder if you're going to be able to, you know, meter burn it for like an OTG type move. Something like what Tremor has in MKX, and, you know, meter burn ground stomps. A lot of times OTG. So I wonder if that's going to be the case for this move right here. Maybe the properties change depending on the light, medium, or meter burn. But the one that he uses here is just, it looks like a standard version that just hits them low. That's going to be interesting to see how that's going to play into, you know, the play style for Cooler, because it looks like he's going to have a pretty solid air game and ground game, because it looks like he has many moves that could bring you down to the ground for supers and for extensions, which is always a plus when it comes to these characters. That's one of the things that really hurts Android 21, is that she doesn't have a sliding knockdown, and it looks like Cooler has many, including his super that he could do in the air that brings you to the ground. Alright, moving on here, we get to see his first super. Like Frieza, you know, keeping it in the family, it seems like Cooler has like at least 3 supers. He has one on the ground, this first one right here, and then he has two other ones. One, I wonder if he could perform this one in the air. This might just be a grounded super. I'm saying it might be able to be performed in the air, because all it is pretty much he takes you to the other end of the screen like Broly does with his clothesline, and just brings your ass down via choke slam. And it's going to be a good combo extender regardless if you could do it on the ground or in the air. So there you go. Moving on here, he has this flying knee kick, something like what Vegeta has with the medium version of his uppercut, like knee kick. He knees you, and then he smacks you onto the ground for a sliding knockdown. Again, another good tool that Cooler's gonna have, because sliding knockdowns from the air are really, really good. Because sometimes you can't get a down heavy extension, or you can't get, you know, you might catch someone in a super dash, or you might not have a scenario where you could sliding knock down someone with your heavy kick. Or maybe you won't even be able to, like Piccolo and Android 21. You know, those characters don't have sliding knockdowns even with their heavy buttons. So it's always nice to have a sliding knockdown that doesn't need to start with a down heavy. All right, now moving on here. Okay, we get to see this on. I'm actually like playing it in slow motion at the same time. All right, there's the knee. Okay, the knee actually goes into his aerial super. It looks like this is going to be a level 1, but I might be wrong, because of course Frieza's, it's not too, like, you know, there's not much cinematic into it, but it's still a level 3 super. So it looks like that one might be it could be a level 3, it could be a level 1, who knows, because he does have a big level 3 that starts from a grab. We get to see his Ki Blast right here, and it's a beam, and it looks really cool. So I wonder if this is going to have the same properties as Tien's, or if it's going to be like something what Trunks has, because those are way two different ends of the spectrum when it comes to beam assist. Because Trunks, his beam, whenever he shoots the beam, it's actually acts like a normal Ki Blast, so you could actually super dash through that beam, as opposed to Tien, which has like an actual beam that you can't super dash through, and you can use it for combo extensions, and it's a pretty good assist. So I'm assuming this is probably going to be Cooler's assist right here, this beam. Alright, so here's another example of a really good tool that Cooler's going to have. Dive kick type move. I wonder if that's going to be an actual legitimate dive kick, or it's just going to be a special move that leads into a dive kick, because this is the meter burn version. You can hear the little cue, like the sound effect when he meter burns it. You can hear means that he meter burns it. So that's why he smacks him twice with those 3 toed feet that he has. Once, and then boom, the second time for a sliding knockdown. And this right here is actually his level 3 super. And you could really appreciate how huge Cooler looks with Goku there on the ground. And he's going to grab him for the cinematic level 3. And of course, a lot of the references for Cooler's gameplay is from Cooler's Revenge. And one of my favorite parts from that movie is, well, I watched it in the dub, like as a kid, obviously, you know, that's what we got here in America. And I remember there was a video store that I used to go to that had a bunch of the old movies, man. So the first time that I watched Cooler, I remember when Goku was on the ground and he was about to turn into a into Super Saiyan, and the Deftone track came on, the Change song by Deftone, and man, even as a kid, I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. I like got chills all over my body, and I'll never forget that, because like that's one of the charms, in my opinion, for those old English dub movies for Dragon Ball Z, like the Broly Legendary Super Saiyan movie. Like, I need to hear Pantera when Broly transforms into the Legendary Super Saiyan. I can't have it any other way, just because I feel like that adds so much more to the scene. And when Goku's about to transform into a Super Saiyan and that Deftone song comes up, oh man, it's so awesome. So I'm definitely going to be playing some Cooler songs, Cooler's Revenge songs in the background once this character actually comes out, and it's gonna be awesome. So I think that's it, right? Yeah, the big level 3, you know, pretty much the climax of Cooler's Revenge. Then here's a cool little, you know, shot of Cooler grabbing the cameraman. Yeah, everyone likes fucking around with the cameraman. They like punching him. You know, in some cases, you know, in Injustice, Batman actually throws some batarangs at him. I think the Ninja Turtles throw pizza at him. I don't think he was hungry, but they forced him to eat it anyway. And of course, Red Hood just shoots the bastard. So we have Cooler here choking him out. And I don't know. I don't think the cameraman's going to survive that. But that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys subscribed if you are not already. Also, check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.